What if I told you that one of the most compelling voices of the 1960s never got a chance to see the full impact of her own work? Diane Oliver was only 22 years old when she died in a tragic motorcycle accident, leaving behind a powerful collection of short stories that explore race, identity, and societal change with stunning clarity and depth. Her recently published posthumous collection, Neighbors and Other Stories, finally brings together her body of work, stories that aren't just about history, but about human lives, emotions, and the weight of choices. I'm Dr. Denise LaRosa, and today we're diving into the brilliance of Neighbors and Other Stories by Diane Oliver, a writer gone too soon, but whose words still resonate decades later. Diane Oliver's Neighbors and Other Stories is a collection of deeply personal, thought-provoking narratives set against the backdrop of the Civil Rights era. Oliver was born in 1943 in Charlotte, North Carolina, and her writing reflects the tensions of desegregation, the struggles of Black families, and the intimate moments where history and personal life collide. The title story, Neighbors, follows a Black family grappling with the decision to send their child to an all-white school, capturing both the personal and political weight of integration. Another standout, Key to the City, examines the subtle yet devastating ways racism plays out in everyday life. And in Health Service, Oliver explores the vulnerability and discrimination faced by Black students at a predominantly white college. What makes Oliver's writing so striking is that she doesn't just document struggle. She brings us into the minds of her characters, showing us their fears, hopes, and quiet acts of resistance. She reminds us that history isn't just about movements. It's about people making impossible choices in impossible times. One thing that really struck me about Neighbors and Other Stories is how intimate and nuanced Oliver's storytelling is. Even though her stories are set against major historical shifts, the Civil Rights Movement, school integration, the racial tensions of the 1960s, her focus is always on the deeply personal. Her characters aren't just reacting to history, they're living it in ways that feel heartbreakingly real. Diane Oliver never got to see the full impact of her work. She died at just 22 years old while studying at the prestigious Iowa Writers' Workshop. She had already been published in major literary magazines, and it's clear she was on the path to an incredible literary career. Neighbors and Other Stories is a glimpse of what could have been, what should have been. It's a collection that demands to be read, remembered, and discussed. So here's my challenge for you. Read Neighbors and Other Stories. Take in Oliver's words, her perspective, her ability to capture the weight of history in just a few pages. Then ask yourself, how do personal choices shape the way we interact with history? How do the decisions we make today echo into the future? If you've read her work before, I'd love to hear your thoughts. DM me on Instagram at LaRosaReads, or share your reflections using #RootedInStory. Let's make sure Diane Oliver's name, her voice, and her stories continue to be remembered. Thanks for listening to Rooted in Story. Until next time, keep reading, keep reflecting, and stay rooted in story.